welcome to another one of my videos. So this video was highly requested by my Instagram followers. I got a lot of DMs, people asking me how do I manage to take care of my house and my kids and have fancy dinners. Fancy, this is somebody else saying that my dinners are fancy. I don't know if they always are. And how do I manage to do it all? And also I'm working from home with my clients. How do I get things done? And I feel like this is a good question. I think we're all struggling with taking care of everything that we need to take care of, especially now when we're all quarantined and are going through this major pandemic, worldwide pandemic, and we are feeling more stressed, more anxious than usual. It's difficult to be on top of everything and get things done. So I'm not here to say that I always have everything together and my house is always clean and my kids are always, well entertained and taken care of and always have. I'm not here to say that I'm perfect in any way, but I do have some tips and tricks that I personally do on a daily or on a weekly basis to help me be a little bit more organized and on top of my game so that I'm not losing my mind, so that I'm actually able to do everything that I need to do. So I just want to begin by saying that it's because we're all kind of off our routines. It's difficult for us to have a plan, a routine now during quarantine, right? We're all struggling with how we're gonna get everything done, basically. So I just want to say that if you're able to keep as much to your routine that you did before this quarantine, it's a good idea to do that because these are things that we used to do on a daily basis. For example, get up in the morning, get dressed. For those of us that used to wear makeup and just get dressed for work, I think it's a good idea to do that. I personally try to do that as well, and that kind of sets me up for the day. Even though I'm home, even though I'm not going anywhere, nobody's gonna see me, I still try to get dressed every morning and do my makeup a little bit at least so that I feel ready for the day and I feel good about myself. But when I feel good about myself, when I feel, that I'm ready for the day, then I get more things done and I feel organized versus being in my pajamas all day, not doing any, not taking care of myself. Makes me not feel good. I feel kind of like a slob and kind of it sets the tone for the day. You know what I mean? Versus the opposite. So I do advise to do that. And also another reason why I like to do that is because even though we're home and nobody else sees us, it's also important to kind of look good for our families, for our parents, whoever we're living with, for our spouses, for our kids. They need to see us also in our best. They don't deserve to see us kind of in our worst, they're the people that matter most to us. So it makes sense that we also put an effort for them to see us, looking good and put together. And it also very much sets the tone in the house. I personally feel that it's true, for me at least. So, okay, so if you're able to keep as much to your routine as possible as before the quarantine, do that, definitely. I wake up in the morning, I make my bed. The first thing I do is I make my bed, obviously take care of my kids, and get dressed, set the tone for the day, drink water as early as possible, and then have a healthy breakfast as I used to. And also, I wanted to say that our energy is very important for our setting our tone for the day. So, if we're all home and we're not really taking care of ourselves, we're not not taking care of our energy, then it's gonna make us not in the best mood, and we're gonna feel low energy and don't have the strength and the willpower to take care of everything that we need to take care of at home and kids and ourselves. So what I'm trying to say is that exercise is an excellent way for us to get more energy in our bodies. People think that if we do exercise then we lose energy. It's not true. It's actually the opposite effect. Even though we're expending energy through exercise, actually we're gaining energy back. We're releasing endorphins, and it just has amazing health benefits all throughout to all systems of our bodies, and especially to our emotional well-being, physical, physiological well-being, mental well-being. Exercise is amazing. So if you're able to do a little bit of exercise in the morning specifically, it's better in the morning or towards as early in the day as possible, afternoon or mid-afternoon, by basically, if you do that, then you'll see that your energy levels are going to go up. You'll feel happier. You'll feel, ready to do other things once you get exercise out of the way. So personally for me, I try to do 10 or 20 minutes of exercise in the morning. even with my kids, if my kids are running around, for parents that have older kids, you can, put an exercise video on YouTube and like exercise together with them, or just put some fun, upbeat music and start to jump around and dance around and just like get your energy out in a fun, silly way. It's going to be a great way to, first of all, keep your kids entertained, and just to get to create a happy atmosphere at home, and everybody's going to feel so much better after this exercise. So I highly recommend it. If you're able to do this, do it, and please write down in the comments below that you did it and how you felt after it. I actually recommended this to another one of my Instagram followers who reached out to me after I created this poll asking people if they would be interested in me creating a video on how to get things done. She reached out to me and she said she's a mom and she's a student. She has 2 kids. She's a full-time student for occupational therapy, and basically that she was struggling with how to, keep her energy up. So I recommended this to her, and exercising with her kids and a few other things, and she did it, and she said that it was a fun way to keep the kids entertained, and she did feel more energy and she felt better after doing it. So it does work. Okay, moving on. So we spoke about self-care. Another thing that I just want to say quickly about self-care is, how sometimes when we're feeling tired or stressed or hungry, we are more likely to snap at somebody else because of these things. So basically, each one of us has individual needs and wants, and whenever those individual needs and wants are not met, then we are likely to, scream, or what am I trying to say? Let it out in a not nice way. So please make sure that you are taking care of your individual needs, that you're eating, that you're, getting some movement, going outside even to take a walk. Yes, we are all quarantined at homes, and we are socially distancing, but it doesn't mean that we're not allowed to go outside for some fresh air. It's very, very beneficial. There are so many studies that have shown that sunlight, nature, fresh air do a lot for our mental and physical well-being. Obviously, walking is taking a walk is amazing for our mental and physical well-beings. It actually has been proven to slow down the process of aging, and any mental illnesses, it slows down their progression. So specifically Alzheimer's and dementia. So basically, yeah, it's important to go outside. Make sure that if you're feeling down or you're feeling stressed or anxious at home, you can just take your kids outside for a walk if you don't already do that. Obviously, take the necessary precautions whenever you are going outside, wearing gloves and a mask. I do that as well. So yes, moving on. I also wanted to address things that I do on a daily and on the weekly to keep my house in order and my to-do list, somewhat intact. For example, how to keep our home tidy when we're all at home and we're all using things and moving things around. So whenever you're walking from one room to the other, let's say you just need to get something from the kitchen or from the living room, just scan around your environment and see what there is around you that doesn't belong in that room, and just go and put it in the right room. For example, if you have a bottle of water or a glass of water that you just drank from in your living room area, take it and put it in the kitchen. Or if you have a jacket or a piece of clothing that is just laying around, don't just walk from one room to the other. Look around quickly. It's going to take you just an extra few seconds, and put it in the right room, and it's already going to make your house look, already more tidy and more organized. Another thing that I do is, one second, I wrote everything down in case I forget. Yes, sorry. So also I kind of have a mental or physical weekly chore list. If I don't write it down, I have it in my head, or actually put it in my phone, in the notes section of my phone. What I'm gonna do, on the weekly. For example, Sunday or Monday, I do my laundry, and this is what I used to do before quarantine. So I designate the same days, for the same things now, to kind of keep things as much in order and, as possible. So one day for a big laundry, 3-4 loads or whatever it is that you need for your household. One day a week we do our grocery shopping, a big grocery shopping that sets us up for the week. We actually do that on a Sunday, we make a big list of everything that we need to get. And obviously, if we need something throughout the week, then we would go and get it. But we do it on Sunday. Why do we do it on Sunday? Another point that I wanted to get to is because on Sunday, I also make my weekly meal plan. You know, all the meals that we're going to be having all of the days of the week. And I have been recommending this to many people. Especially since this quarantine started, it became so difficult to keep thinking of meal ideas and feeding everybody. You know what I mean? Anybody else struggle with that? Like, I know that it's not just me. So I decided to make a weekly meal plan and like sit down with my husband and tell him, you know, this is what I plan on making. What would you like to have on this and this day? So that way we have our, you know, meals set, and whenever we do go grocery shopping, then, or we order, you know, groceries to the house, then we know what we need to get for that week. It also helps to like save money because you're not spending on groceries or items you're not going to use that week. Like if we know what we're going to make, then we know what we will need for that week. So it does make sense for us, and it made my life so much easier. And if anybody is wondering what we're going to eat that day, they can just go to that list. Like I divided by day: Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you know, all of the days of the week, and then breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And if there's anything extra, like any extra snacks that I want to make, then I would write it down also. So that has been super helpful, and it's been a lifesaver for me as a mom, like not going crazy and like, oh my gosh, what are we going to make? Like, what are we going to eat? And like, not like everybody asking me, so what's for dinner? So what's for lunch? So yeah, highly recommend that. So yeah, if, what was I saying? Basically have like a weekly chore list. You know, I try not to like have like a deep cleaning, like everything in one day, because I know that it's so stressful personally for me, because I am working from home and I am taking care of small kids who constantly need my attention and constantly need me to be there for them, you know, physically. So, yeah, like one day a week I would dust off all my furniture and like whatever, all the surfaces, and like broom and vacuum and then wash the floors. And then another day that I dedicate to like maybe a deeper clean of the bathrooms and like organize closets, you know, like a drawers or something like that. So that helps me a lot, and like keeping my house in order and keeping things organized. So I'm thinking that this is mainly it. I do have like more tips and habits for like a clean home. If you guys would be interested, please let me know in the comments below, and I will make another video. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe, and I will see you again in my next video. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.